We're going to solve equations that can be simplified and bring down to the form of quadratic equations with the purpose to solve it. So, example number 1. Solve the equation x squared minus 2 squared minus twice x squared minus 2x, here also x, minus 3 is equal 0. All right, so we are going to substitute x squared minus 2x, substitute with y, from where we are going to end up with y squared minus 2y minus 3 equals 0. So let's see, can we FOIL it? Positive 1 and negative 3, right? Y minus 3 and y plus 1 is equal 0. So from here, y is equal positive 3 and y is equal negative 1, right? Let me write down y1, y2. Okay, from here I can reverse the substitution, which means I will have here x squared minus 2x is equal 3 and x squared minus 2x is equal negative 1. All right, so x squared minus 2x is equal 3. From here we have x squared minus 2x minus 3 is equal 0, and x plus 1, x minus 3 is equal 0, and x1 is equal negative 1, x2 is equal positive 3. Okay, and here x squared minus 2x plus 1 is equal 0, and this is going to be x minus 1 squared. It's we are getting here perfect square, remember? Perfect square. A minus b squared equal a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. So a is x and b is negative 1. So x minus 1 squared. And from here we are getting x is equal 1. So the answer, let me change the color so we can see the answer. It's going to be negative 1, 1, and 3. Okay, next example. Number 2. We have x over 1 minus x plus, let's take minus 3 over 2 square root x over 1 minus x equal 1. Okay, we are going to substitute here square root x over 1 minus x is equal y. So what does that mean? That means we are getting y squared minus 3 over 2y minus 1 is equal 0. So if I get rid of denominator, it's going to be 2y squared minus 3y minus 2 equal 0. Just to remind you, if you bring equation to common denominator across the entire equation, you can drop that denominator. But that's only in the case of equation. If it's expression, you do not do that. You cannot drop denominator. Okay. So, what do we get from here? If I FOIL it down, I'm going to get 2y plus 1 and y minus 2 equal 0. From here, 2y plus 1 equals 0, or y minus 2 equals 0, because we get product, right, equals 0. So either one parenthesis or another parenthesis. And from here, we are getting y is equal negative 1/2, y1, and here we are getting y2 is equal positive 2. So bringing back substitution, so which means square root x over 1 minus x is equal negative 1/2, and then square root x over 1 minus x is equal 2. So just to remind you, to solve equations with square root or radical, rather saying, we have to get rid of radical, which is raised to the degree the radical has. In this case, we have degree 2. We don't put it, 2 is by default. Then we raise to power 2. So this equation is not valid because we cannot get negative answer from square root, right? So the only thing we have left here, square root is equal to. So to solve the equation that involved radical, we need to raise to the power the radical degree is. Since we have here degree 2, which is square root, we raise to power 2 here. So, and we are getting x over 1 minus x is equal 4. From here, x is equal 4 times 1 minus x, bringing to common denominator and dropping, right? So this is how I did. Denominator 1 minus x, divide by 1 minus x and multiply by 1 minus x. And since we have the same denominator, we can drop it. And we get x is equal 4 times 1 minus x, right? So x is equal from here. Let me see, move this up. So x is equal 4 minus 4x, and 5x is equal 4, and dividing by 5 here, dividing by 5 here, and we are getting x is equal 4/5, which means the answer is 4/5. Okay, next one, question number 3. We have 2x squared plus 3x plus 3 minus 5 square root 2x squared plus 3x plus 9 is equal 0. All right. So we are doing substitution, and it's gonna be, well, let me see, y is equal 2x squared plus 3x plus 9, and all this under square root. Okay, so in this case our equation will look like y squared minus 9 plus 3 minus 5y is equal 0, which is gonna be y squared minus 5y and minus 6 equal 0. We combined like terms here, right? Okay, let's solve this equation. It's gonna be y plus 1 and y minus 6 equal 0. And from here, y1 is equal negative 1, y2 is equal positive 6. Okay? All right, so which means, in this case, if I reverse this the substitution, I will get 2x squared plus 3x plus 9 under square root is equal negative 1, which cannot happen because expression, if square root cannot be equal negative number, right? Let me put this way. There we go. So what we have left, it's gonna be 2x squared plus 3x plus 9 square root is equal 6. And from here, I'm going to raise to power 2, obviously, to get rid of square root. And we are getting 2x squared plus 3x plus 9. The entire this expression under square root we treat as a one term. We can't separate them. Okay? And this is equal 36. From here, 2x squared plus 3x minus 27. I brought 36 here and combined with 9 equal 0. And if I FOIL it down, it's going to be, let me see, 2x plus 9. And here it's going to be x minus 3 is equal 0. And 2x plus 9 is equal 0. 2x is equal negative 9. And x is equal negative 9 over 2. And x minus 3 equals 0. X is equal 3. So answers here, it's going to be negative 9 over 2 and 3. Next, we are going to solve biquadratic equation that we can simplify, bring down to quadratic equation. Okay? It's going to be number 4. Let me write down here. Biquadratic equation. All right. So, continuing. Number 4, we have x to 4 minus x squared minus 12 is equal 0. So doing substitution, x squared substituting with y, and as a result we are getting y squared minus y minus 12 is equal 0. So let's solve this equation. Y plus 3, y minus 4 is equal 0, which means either y plus 3 is equal 0 or y minus 4 is equal 0. In this case, y1 is equal negative 3. In this case, y2 is equal 4. So bringing back a substitution, reversing, so we are getting x squared is equal negative 3 or x squared equal 4. So x squared equal negative 3 doesn't have solution because square of any number cannot be equal negative. So we are ending up with x squared equal 4 and x is equal plus minus 2. So the answer here is plus minus 2. Okay, next problem, number 5. We have x squared minus 3x plus 2 minus 8 over x squared minus 3x equals 0. So we are going to substitute x squared minus 3x is equal y. So from here we are getting y, this is going to be y, right? Plus 2 minus 8 over y is equal 0. Getting rid of common denominator, which means here will be divided by y multiplied by y, divided by y multiplied by y, and dropping denominator, we are getting y squared plus 2y minus 8 is equal 0. Okay, so from here we can FOIL it down. Y plus 4, y minus 2 is equal 0. From here, y is equal negative 4, y is equal positive 2, right? And we get, if we reverse substitution, x squared minus 3x is equal negative 4, right? Which is going to be x squared minus 3x plus 4 equals 0. Since we can't FOIL this because no two numbers product will give you positive 4 and addition negative 3, then we are going to try to solve with method of discriminant. That's the following method. When we have ax squared plus bx plus c is equal 0 and x12 is equal negative b plus minus b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. All right, so a, b, and c. Let me see, a is equal 1, b is equal negative 3, c is equal positive 4. And from here, x12 is equal negative b, which will be positive 3. And we get plus minus b squared is going to be 9 minus 4 times a times c. And divided by 2 times 1. So what do we get here? We get here 9 minus 16. So we are getting negative sign under square root. let me right, which is going to be equal here 3 plus minus square root negative 16. And this cannot happen because you can't have negative number under square root. Therefore, this one doesn't have solution. Moving to the next one. What do we have? So y is equal to, at reversing substitution, x squared minus 3x is equal to x squared minus 3x minus 2 is equal 0. And again, since I can't FOIL it because I can't get two numbers, that multiplication will give you negative 2, addition negative 3. Therefore, I'm going with method of discriminant. So, which is equal x, okay, let me rewrite again. A, B, and C. A is equal 1, B is equal negative 3, C is equal negative 2. From here, x1, 2 is equal 3 plus minus b squared will be 9 minus 4 times 1 times a, which is 1, times c, which is negative 2. And we are getting divided by 2a, which is going to be 2. And we are getting 3 plus minus square root of 17. 9 plus 8 is going to be 17 divided by 2. So from here, x 1, 2, 2 x's, it's going to be equal 3 plus minus square root 17 over 2. And this is going to be our answer. 3 plus minus square root 17 divided by 2. Okie dokie. Thank you for watching, and I will continue more interesting cases in my next video. So more complicated equations that can boil down into solving quadratic equations. All right, thanks for watching. See you again.